We now move to the MOAA Distinguished Service Award, which is presented in the name of MOAA's more than 355,000 members, active duty, National Guard, Reserve, retired, and former officers of the 7 uniformed services and their families and survivors. Now, this award honors individuals or organizations that are not members of Congress, but have consistently been strong supporters of national defense and of the uniformed services and veteran communities. Now, this year, we are pleased to recognize 2 Distinguished Service Award recipients. Now, our second Distinguished Service Award recipient is Werner Enterprises, Incorporated in Omaha, Nebraska. Werner Enterprises is among the 5 largest trucking companies in the United States, with currently serving Guard and Reserve members and veterans and spouses comprising over 20% of their workforce. The company recently hired its 500th veteran spouse since joining the Military Spouse Employment Partnership in 2013, and this year expects to hire its 25,000th veteran or spouse and enroll its 35,000th apprentice since starting its apprenticeship program in 2006. Werner Enterprises also recently created Operation Freedom, a comprehensive service member, veteran, spouse program that sponsors initiatives inside and outside of the organization to include proactive hiring of veterans, a GI Bill tuition reimbursement program for benefits used to attend the commercial driving training, and the diesel mechanic apprenticeship programs. This past year, Werner Enterprises Incorporated has been recognized for the 13th consecutive year on GI Jobs' top 100 military-friendly employers list, and they are a past recipient of the Freedom Award from the employer support of the Guard and Reserve. Here this evening to accept the award is Mr. Derek Leathers, President and CEO of Werner Enterprises Incorporated. Mr. Leathers, please come forward.
Well, thank you, first off, General and all the folks here from MOAA. It's an honor to be here. You know, at Werner, we start all our meetings when we go out, and I do town hall meetings around the country on a regular basis. And we always start our meetings off by asking those that serve to stand up and be recognized. In this room, that would be probably everyone. So I will cut through that and just thank you for your service. I myself was not one that served, but I was raised by my stepfather, who served in the Marine Corps. And from a very early age, he taught me the values of what it meant to serve this country. He also taught me some other values like discipline and hard work at times that didn't always sit well with me when I was a teenage boy. But we're very, very committed at Werner to supporting our troops. We're proud to announce, by the way, that since the time that information was shared, we have in fact hired our 25,000th veteran. We have in fact not only hired 500, thank you. Not only 500 military spouses, but actually 636 since 2013, and we continue to add to those numbers every day. When I report to work and I'm walking through the rows, both in the office and the shops, and with our driver associates, it's with great pride that 1 in 5 of our associates is former military. At one point, as we really started to gain momentum in this program, I remember vividly standing in Springfield, Ohio, at a driver meeting, and not dissimilar from the crowd that's here today, a few hundred folks, and a driver in the back of the room raised his hand and he asked me, you know, Derek, I think it's great what we're doing with the Operation Freedom trucks, and for those of you that don't know, that's a rolling illustration of what we believe it means to serve this great country, and it's a fully wrapped 18-wheeler that goes down the road and thanks all the men and women in uniform. And he said, I understand that, and I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of our apprenticeship program, and every time you come out, you talk to us about it, but do you think sometimes we go too far? And I thought about it because nobody had ever asked me that. And with very little introspection, it occurred to me that, you know, and my answer I gave him that day is the same one I'll give you. Is that possible? I mean, is it actually possible to go too far? Because we wouldn't do what we do every day. And I'm very proud of the organization I represent. We deliver 3 million miles of freight to this country every day. And one of the reasons I am so proud of the military men and women that have joined our organization is because I believe, and I hope everyone in this room can understand this, because I was also asked this question one time. I often talk about our professional drivers being in the nation's service, and I use that exact line. And I was once asked, do you think that would ever offend anybody who was in the military? So I say in front of you today, I hope it doesn't, because my point is, These men and women out there braving all types of weather, all types of roads, delivering 73% of every single thing we touch, consume, or are surrounded by every day by a truck is in the nation's service as well. But they couldn't do what they do without the work of those that came before them. And lucky for us, 1 in 5 of them are the same people. They both served our nation in our defense and now serve our nation in a variety of roles. I also, as Senator Dole did, want to recognize my team, because I'm not the one out there every day that's fighting the good fight, that's making sure that we do the right thing, that's staying on the line to make sure during transition periods with those folks coming out of the military that they find a home at Werner. So I'd like to ask Jim and Rick and Jaffe and Billy to please stand up. All former military themselves. Each of them are also former military, and they do a great job of instilling that culture in our organization. It's something we're proud of. I believe the day will come, because it grows year after year right now at Werner, where 1 in 3, is not out of the realm of possibility of former military operating and doing business within our organization. And I'm proud to say it's not just a trucking company. I'm not trying to sell you on our service, but we do trucking, logistics, intermodal, brokerage. We have business to and from 120 countries around the world. And these men and women serve us well. They make it possible to do what we do. And lastly, again, to MOAA, to all of you out there that have served, thank you for your service. It's an honor to be in your presence, and we very, very humbly accept this award on behalf of Werner Enterprises. Thank you very much.
It's just another example of never stop serving, because that's what we do every day, and that's what makes MOAA so important.